Hello YouTube family, so this is my first video and so I'm really excited mainly because I get to share my story about getting the sleeve gastrectomy for weight loss. I'm 34, I'm a mom of one and she just turned one. That's kind of important for me personally, and I'll tell you why in a moment. I maxed out at 262. I'm currently at 254. Before I go any further, just a quick disclosure. I am not a doctor, I am not a PA, I'm not an RN. This is just a documentary of my specific journey. These are my opinions. I understand everybody has their own. Everybody makes certain decisions for them, what's best for them at that moment. And everybody's experiences are different. This is mine. And I hope you, reach out if you have any questions. And my goal is to really share and maybe educate someone just as other people have educated me watching their videos. So for me, this has actually happened extremely fast. I was interested in getting this done around October of this year. It's December the 15th of 2018, so it's only been a couple months. I had my first appointment before Halloween. I had my psych eval before Halloween. Then I actually met with Dr. Sherman Yu and with the TLC surgery team, and they were able to really educate me. I was gung-ho on getting the bypass. The sleeve just sounded so weird. Oh my God, you're removing my stomach. I don't think so. That's just a natural, blah, 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 blah. Didn't really do my research. I was just going on word of mouth. What I liked about them is they were very supportive in my decision. However, made sure that I was well educated on all of the procedures that were offered to me. There were some other procedures available, but my insurance didn't cover them. So again, just the ones that were available to me. And because of my gestational diabetes when I was pregnant, I am at a higher risk of getting diabetes later on in life. I was able to lose weight on my own, but I can never get past the 30-40 mark. And the only time I got to 40 was really because I was sick, and that's not how you lose weight successfully. And I am a stress eater, I'm an emotional eater. When, something happens, I just kind of stay locked in my room, eat, sleep, don't go out. And what does that do? Nothing. It just, you don't burn the calories, you don't do anything. And if I went out, I might have had a few drinks with some girlfriends, and what are those? Mixed drinks are sugars and useless calories. So again, didn't do any kind of help. So I really wanted to change my life. I understand that this surgery is not a quick fix. It is definitely a lifestyle change. A coworker of mine actually inspired me to try this out, so thank you. You've changed my life. You have no idea how excited I am. I'm not gonna cry. Trying not to. But, it just started out with just go. I mean, what's the worst they'll tell you, Okay, so you lost a little on the copay, or not a copay because not the plan I had, but, you just lost that little bit. And I was like, you know what? Why not? And then when I thought about giving up, my mom told me, she's like, well, you've gotten this close, how will you know if you give up now? And so I kept going. So the one thing I really want to stress is you definitely do need a good support system. When they asked for a psych eval in the beginning, I didn't understand why, and I thought it was kind of corny. But after talking to them, it definitely made sense. I end up going with Dr. Sherman Yu with the TLC surgery team. I was able to find them through my insurance, through the Find a Provider. I believe that's also how I got a hold of Nicole with an M through the Evolve program. She's like my caseworker or my case manager. So basically, she's doing all the work on the back end for me. So for me personally, this has been pretty easy when it comes to the paperwork and the requirements. All she does is tell me, you need to have this done by this date. You need to do this before you can do this. So, then I just report back to her. I've done this. Then she tells me, okay, go and do that. And once I've done that, then we'll move on to the next thing. So I've appreciated her patience in every step of the way. And it's been amazing. So I had my EGD right before Thanksgiving, and of course, it was literally right before Thanksgiving. So of course, waiting for those results coming back, it was like, well, I mean, Thanksgiving's around the corner, so nobody works, and those are like 2 days off plus the weekend. So it was like, biting fingernails. When is this going to come? I mean, it's December by now, and I'm trying to get the surgery done before the end of the year, because I do have the support right now. And that, again, I can't stress that enough. It doesn't mean that you need people there physically. If you have children, you definitely, from what I've been told, you definitely do need some sort of physical assistance. I'm blessed to have both. My mom's not in town with me. My sister's not in town with me, but that does not mean I do not have that support 100% of the time. They're always a phone call away, and if they're busy, they always call back. And with beautiful technology, I am able to video chat, and so that makes things a lot easier. I have a very good friend who's going to help me with my 1 year old because I foolishly thought, again, in my head, you know, it was mainly because the way they said it to me, and again, I just wasn't listening correctly. It's like, yeah, it only takes about 45 minutes to get everything done. It's quick, yada, yada, yada. So in my head, a quick procedure is a simple procedure and you can go home, just like when they did my EGD, when they did my endoscopy. Okay, no big deal. Unfortunately, I needed to grab the concept that this is not a procedure. This is actually important surgery. And they're also removing part of my intestines out through my stomach. So, or through my tummy, literally. So, I really had to comprehend all that. And that really came by quick. The other thing I wasn't aware of, which maybe I'm not something I didn't notice on other videos as well. For me personally, it is an overnight stay for me. I don't know if that was just pure ignorance, but I thought I would be going home, and that was a little bit of a shock for me that I would be staying overnight. Mainly because I'm pretty strong-willed and independent, and I like, oh, okay, I got it done. All right, I'm worn off. I feel fine. Can I go home now? And like I said, I needed to admit that I would need help afterwards because I'm over here thinking, okay, no big deal. I can take her to school by myself. And after my pre-op appointment, he's like, no heavy lifting. And I'm like, I have a 1 year old. He's like, you're gonna need help getting her in and out of the car. Like, I'm not allowed to pick her up. Even if she wants to play, somebody needs to put her in my lap, and then I can play with her. So that's gonna be a little hard as well. But I have to remember that in the end, it's for a good reason. So for me, again, this has been a very, very quick process. I was only told on Tuesday, today's December the 15th, that I would have my procedure on the 20th. So as of today, I am 5 days away. Well, it's like evening time now. I'm having to make this video while she sleeps. So by tomorrow, it'll be 4 days away, and I'm so excited. I have had problems on the way to this journey. Doing the all liquid diet was pretty easy the first 24 hours. It wasn't too bad. By the second night, it was hard, and I cheated. I shouldn't have, but I made her some dinner, and it's if you're Hispanic, you'll know what fideo is. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like a cheap spaghetti. But oh my god, it smelled so good, and I was so hungry. And I'm fine in the morning and at lunch. I'm fine at work and doing all that. It's just when I get home, I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know if it's just maybe out of habit or what it is. But I had to remember of why I'm doing it. I do not want to be the reason why that my surgery gets postponed, not because some insurance paperwork didn't go through, because of that didn't go through, because of some test results, but solely because I didn't do what I needed to do and do my pre-op diet correctly. I personally am going through muscle milk like water, no pun intended. I like that better than the Premier Protein. And I only say that because, excuse me, I can't find it. So I guess it's so popular. And the muscle milk does have a little bit less grams of protein. But personally, I like the flavors better. Um, so I pretty much stole everything out of the shelf at Kroger. I have vanilla cream, strawberries and cream, which is my favorite. Please make that in a Pro Series. Muscle Milk has a Pro Series. They only have vanilla and chocolate from what I've seen, and I really got it more because it was on sale. So I was like, well, let me just buy a couple just to see if I like it. Turns out I love it, and so I ended up going back to the store and cleaning them out. So I super love it. They're not paying me to say that. It's just my personal opinions. I like the muscle milk. I did have one of the bigger bottles of the Pro Series of the chocolate. I do like it. It's just because of the Pro Series and because it has more protein, it is a little bit more expensive. Definitely worth your bang for your buck. I'm not gonna lie about that, but just right now, personally, I'm on a pretty tight budget, so I really had to just kind of make do. I'm stocked up on my jellos, so I'm eating my jellos, to get that chewing sensation that I think that I may be missing. And, making sure that I drink water. I am having that slight problem with the whole not being able to be as regular as I normally am. So I'm having to try to make sure that I switch it up with some protein shakes that does have dairy. The muscle milk is lactose free, and I am lactose intolerant. So for the most part, that's good for me. But now that I'm having an irregularity problem, I may need to try to find a shake that does include dairy, just to help me keep a little regular. Other than that, I found Propel water to help, spice up my water intake. It definitely made a difference. I normally was pretty good about water. I don't know why I'm having trouble with it. I bought like a good sized bottle of water. It was probably about, I think it was more than a 20 ounce. Is it a liter, I believe? And I didn't finish it all day at work. It was ridiculous. I was like, okay, no, I can't do this, which probably has the issue with my irregularity. So I ended up getting Propel water, and the flavor, black cherry. Oh my God, it was so good. That ended up being really, really good. And what else? The vitamin water was zero sugar. Those are a good mix up. I'm trying to think of anything else. If you have any other tips on substitutions, please let me know. I'm definitely all ears. I've also done the chicken broth. That I do like. The beef broth, not so much. I mean, it sounded good, but personally, no. I saw bone broth, but I'm not really quite sure what that is. And I was too scared to try it. So if you've tried that, please comment and let me know. So this is just, again, my own personal journey on me getting the sleeve gastrectomy, which I will be having next week. Again, this happened extremely fast for me. I just wanted to share my little tidbit, that, hey, you're not alone. You can definitely do this. And, hey, I will talk to you soon to let you know the next thing on my list and how my all liquid diet is going. And definitely try to be posting a little bit more closer to the date and right before and right after, just so that you can have a realistic view of everything. I just hope I can help out someone like I said, just like I've seen other videos that helped me out, help educate me and encourage me on doing what I think is best for me and definitely making the right decision. So Have a good night.